What's up, coogs? This is the New Age News coming up in a few moments. We have a show filled by a variety of newsworthy stories, from the re-election of Donald Trump, the impacts of AI on students, shocking One Direction band member death, and Texas State protest, so don't go anywhere. Hey, I'm Cristian, and I'll be bringing you the news you need to know. I promise to give you the most factual, informative news as possible. Let's get started. Israel and Palestine have been fighting for decades due to ownership of land. Hamas is a group that resides in Palestine, and their goal is to gain justice for themselves and peace. Some people may argue that Hamas' way of bringing justice is very different from the rest. Hamas' plea for peace consists of occasionally urging for peace, calling for a ceasefire or negotiations with Israel. But those appeals are normally met within the group borders range, which include creating a Palestine state and residing Israel occupation. But those calls for peace are often conditional. Hamas refuses to recognize Israel and does not and will not part ways with armed struggle as an essential part of its ideology. The divisions of the intentions of Hamas and Israel are underlying tensions have prevented peace, although international meteorologists have brokered periods of temporary truces or negotiations. The underlying tensions between divergent goals between Hamas and Israel have made lasting peace difficult. Women are property, read signs from demonstrators at Texas State University last Wednesday. One day after the election of Republican President Donald Trump, two people identifying as the official street preachers held up controversial, homophobic, misogynist, and pro-slavery signs in a public area at the university. In a message to the campus, Texas State President Dan House expresses dismay at the individual's presence and cited the inability to restrict campus access. However, Dan House writes that they have exploring potential legal responses. More than a week since Election Day, UH students react to Trump's win. After you, Angelina.
Donald Trump has officially been elected as the 47th President of the United States of America. This has caused a wave of emotions. Here we'll give you some insight on the nation's reaction.
Here's victory in the 2024 U.S. presidential election. Reactions across America have been mixed, reflecting deep concerns within the country in the United States. Trump's win has also galvanized his supporters, while critics worry about the future of democracy and governance. As Donald Trump embraces his victory, here's what he had to say about winning the presidential election.
And frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like this in this country, and maybe beyond.
Celebrities are voicing their emotions in response to Donald Trump's win, with a wide range of reactions circulating across social media and public statements.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go, for healthcare, for our climate, for science, for journalism.
I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA. America's just not just going to be great. America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing!
I spoke with students around campus to gather their reaction to Donald Trump's victory in the presidential election, and here's what they had to say.
I think hopefully the only way it can go is better, because the last 4 years were pretty rough economically speaking. So I hope Donald Trump can kind of make use of what we have so far.
Actually pretty shocked that Donald Trump won the election, because the way the media portrayed it, it was going to seem like a landslide for Kamala. But once Trump won all of like the swing states, the battleground states, that's when it was like, it was official. There's no way like Kamala's going to recover from this. And then in terms of...
As you can see, America has been very divided on the election results. Ultimately, we will see how Donald Trump's presidency in the next 4 years plays out. I'm Angelina Oliva here at the University of Houston, Coog TV.
As of Tuesday, the New York Times tech bill strike has come to a close. Over 600 tech workers at the New York Times went on strike last Monday in order to coincide with Election Day, when the leadership would increase. Despite not being able to strike a deal under contract, the guild ended the strike, with the union leader saying that they've shown that they have full support of subscribers allies across the country. Now we're going to Amy about how AI is affecting lives.
AI continues to become a bigger part of our daily lives, but as we dive deeper into new technology, we have to ask, what are the risks? This day and age, AI is becoming more accessible for individuals to take advantage of. But no one could have predicted it would result in the death of a 14-year-old boy. Siva Setzer has committed suicide last February, and Orlando mother Megan Garcia has filed a lawsuit against the company Character AI. This platform allows users to make in-depth conversations with artificial intelligence. The teen fell in love with the Game of Thrones chat box, which led to his suicide after being told to come home. His mother claimed he used AI obsessively for his death and accuses negligence and wrongful death. Character AI posted on Twitter, "We are heartbroken by the tragic loss of one of our users and want to express our deepest condolences to the family. As a company, we take the safety of our users very seriously and we are continuing to add new safety features." In result of this tragic death, UH students and staff have very mixed opinions on the rise of artificial intelligence and how it should be utilized.
It has the possibility of really doing anything, so it's both a good thing for our society and also a really bad thing for our society. And if we allow AI to pretty much control our life, there would pretty much be like no creativity, no actual human input in like anything, and we'd be so addicted to AI to the point where it's like AI is our way of life. You know, AI helps us with everything. AI, we're pretty much becoming dependent on AI, and that's not really a good thing.
The AI functionality has limits. It sometimes makes up information called hallucinations at times. It's understanding what AI is, how to use it, what those parameters are, and really thinking critically about what information it's giving you.
The go-to tool for giving us answers, options, possibilities, weighing pros, cons, looking at similarities, differences in text, considering teaching options. If it becomes our only go-to tool or program, then that's highly problematic.
I think we should embrace it for its possibilities, for its positivities, what it can bring into our classroom and into our lives, but we don't want to emphasize the negative, right? And that's where responsibility and ethics come into play.
The risks are just as important as its possibilities. The future of technology is in our hands and how we use it. I'm Amy Pham, University of Houston, Coog TV.
You don't want to miss this. Currently, in the entertainment world, fans, friends, and families are mourning the death of One Direction member Liam Payne. And Elon Musk shows us a glimpse into our new future with Tesla bots. Stay tuned.
Hey y'all, I'm Alexa. Welcome to the Cougar Cupboard. We're really excited to show you our new space. Cougar Cupboard is a free resource for UH students where you can get up to 30 pounds of food a week. I've been working for the Cougar Cupboard for the last 3 years and love the sense of community it brings and being able to welcome students. We're open throughout the week at the University Lofts. Come check us out.
The thing about UH is, it isn't just one thing. It's about that early morning hustle and staying up late. It's creating sustainable energy and conserving your own. It's solving the nursing shortage and creating a fentanyl vaccine. It's high tech and low key. It's about making it to the big stage and the big dance. UH is all this and more. This is UH.
Hey Cougs, welcome back to the show. This week's entertainment world, two developing stories are making huge waves across the music and film industries. 3 people have been arrested in the investigation into the death of former One Direction star Liam Payne. The singer fell from his hotel room's balcony a month ago in Buenos Aires, Argentina, with a toxicology report revealing that the body had traces of alcohol, cocaine, and a prescribed antidepressant. 3 suspects, including one of Payne's friends, a housekeeping staff member at the hotel, and an alleged drug dealer, Brian Albaiz, have been charged with the abandonment of a person followed by death and supply and facilitation of narcotics. Though Albaiz denied selling drugs to the singer in a recent interview, Payne will live on through his son Bear, as well as his parents and 2 sisters. Tesla just showed a closer look into their up-and-coming projects at their 2024 We Robot event, unveiling Cybercab, a new self-driving robo-taxi service, and Project Optimus, with Project Optimus stealing the show, unveiling Tesla's new humanoid robot designed with the goal of being able to do anything from daily chores to even serving you a drink, as stated by Musk. With a projected cost between $20,000 to $30,000 at launch, these new servants to humanity are expected to be available sometime in 2026. Okay, Coogs, we're tossing it off to Jose, where he will talk about tips to ace your finals. Jose?
Hey Coogs, my name is Jose Medrano and I'm coming to you from Coog TV, and today we will be interviewing fellow students and faculty members on the best ways to succeed in college, such as note-taking, test-taking, and even time management. Oh, let's get to it. Back with another interview, and today we have...
Hello everyone, my name is Philip.
So Philip, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, a little bit about me. I'm a bio major with an education minor.
So Philip, a bunch of students may be asking, what is the best way for them to ace their test and honestly note-take, because I know that's another big issue at U of H.
So one thing I would say about note-taking and studying in general is to have a study buddy. And these two kind of overlap, the idea of note-taking and studying at the same time. Having a study buddy is really important because it allows you to learn from one another, allows you to bounce ideas from one another, especially if one person or your friend is not having a difficult time understanding a topic, right? If you understand it, you can definitely teach them a bit, right? And it also helps you because you're also teaching something that you feel confident in. So when you see it up in an exam, then you know you ace it.
Yeah. So Philip, another big issue here is I feel like a bunch of students just don't go to resources they may have for free. Like for example,
one thing that I want to talk about is Launch. Launch is basically a resource here on campus that's found in the Student Center where students can come in whenever they want to, and they can do one-on-one tutoring with other students who have learned that specific topic. So, for example, chemistry is a really hard topic, right, for a lot of people. And as someone who's also gone to Launch, I've done Launch by going in and practicing chemistry with these other tutors, especially since chemistry is really difficult for me. And so having someone who's taught chemistry maybe a few times or has also aced that course can also teach me an idea about what things I'm missing and what things I need to get better at for chemistry.
So, and today we're at Cougar Village 1 interviewing
Aria.
Pretty sure a bunch of students are struggling right now. So do you have any information on how they could do on their finals, or what things they could do to help them beat their finals or midterms?
Honestly, I would just say try not to procrastinate. Procrastination is the number one thing that brings people down. Don't wait till tomorrow. Do it today. You won't have time tomorrow. You know, just do it now. Lock in. Get people to help you. Have a study group. Don't try to do it on your own. But friends you can sit with that can actually study, not that be yapping the whole 2 hours. Yeah.
She's spitting facts. All right, her aura right now is crazy right now. She ate that up. So, anyways, how are you doing in classes right now? What would you say is your number one struggle that you could fix?
I don't spend enough time working on my classes. I work 2 jobs, so I'm really, really busy, and I need to stop that. Don't work 2 jobs.
Ooh, girl, you getting overworked.
It's my own fault.
They better not be paying you minimum wage. I'm gonna crash out.
I mean, no.
Oh wow.
Did I lie? No,
well, that's it for today, guys. A big thanks to
Aria.
And I'll catch you all later.
You are here with Adrialis.
So Adrialis, being a big top dog at this Cougar Village 1, how do you feel students should study or try and study for their exams?
Personally, I believe studying starts at the beginning of the semester. I am always on top of it. So you know what? You're definitely going to start in the beginning of the semester. Do not cram. You got to start early. Okay. So you guys got to be time blocking. Make sure you're actually putting study hours in your schedule, 100%. And make active studying. So after you get out of that lecture, go ahead and be like, hey, I'm going to work on this and this and this today, and then move forward. Because if you're just waiting 2 days before the exam and you squish it all together, that grade's not going to look as good as you want it. So,
ooh. So, a bunch of students at school that I've talked to actually struggle with note-taking. Do you have any specific note-taking advice?
Absolutely. I feel like note-taking, for me, this is how I do mine. I listen during my lecture and I retake my notes after lecture. So I write down everything after lecture and I fill in the gaps with the presentation. So I think that works the best for me. I think sometimes just listening and actually getting like a firm grasp on it before you write your notes is going to be so much better than just going in there and writing everything the professor says.
Today we're here with
Amy Pineda.
So Amy Pineda, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm a business administration major. I'm in my first year of college.
So, as in note taking, test taking, or even just studying, what do you think are some of the best habits you should have?
I would say repetition. That's what I did to pass my math exam. I just kind of went over the work over and over again until I got it without using my notes.
What do you think is the biggest struggle people have when they just end up studying or just note taking?
I think maybe giving up and just like, this is me personally from experience. I kind of just stop studying and think that I have it in my head when I really don't. And then when I'm in my exam, I just kind of forget all of it. My head goes blank.
Is there any other resources you use?
Like what?
As in like YouTube, maybe the UOH library?
I use definitely YouTube videos. If I don't understand anything, I would just search up the topic or kind of search it up, see what resources my professor has for me and stuff like that.
All right, then, guys, you heard it from Amy here first. Thank you and goodbye. Hey, Coogs, as seen in an interview by our students and faculty, it doesn't take a genius to become successful in college. With a little bit of note taking, test taking, and even time management skills, you can become a successful student. Now, it's been a pleasure. I am Jose Medrano, signing out. Now, back to you, Marlene.
No, Marlene, why is it so cold?
Oh, well, if you think it was cold these last couple of days, I'm not sure if I have the best news for you because we might see another cold front coming in.
Don't tell me that because I don't like the cold.
Well, you know, if you don't like it, that's one thing, but you know, some people like it. And I think it'll be nice for you to bring out, you know, your jackets that have been in your closet for months now. What do you think? Yeah?
You know, I've actually just bought some new jackets, so I'm actually very excited to wear them.
There you go. Okay, well, let me go ahead and show you the rest of
Gotcha.
what. All right, Coogs. So for this weekend, later on Sunday and its following days, we're going to be seeing some rain. Specifically on Sunday, we can see that we'll have a little bit of rain in the northern parts of Houston and also its outer parts. But when Monday comes around, that's where we need to watch out for that heavy rain. And it's going to be for a pretty good amount of time for the day. But later that night, we're going to see that rain just clear up. We can expect some thunderstorms, but for Tuesday is when we can see a little bit of rain, very light day, whereas Wednesday, we're gonna start to see that heavy rain come in again, and that will be very brief. It won't be for the major part of the day like it would be on Monday, and then by the rest of the day, we're gonna be seeing some pretty clearish sunny days, but I wanna point out that Monday specifically is when we're gonna have that thunderstorm percentage be at 80%. If we take a look at Saturday though, we are gonna be not expecting rain. It will be cloudy, but you know, we'll have the following days coming with the rain. And then that's when we'll see Thursday and Friday be a lot sunnier than what's coming up. And as for the weather, we did have some pretty nice, decent weather so far, and we're still gonna see that on Saturday. But I know Sunday and Monday we're gonna see those 80s come in again. However, if we look towards after Tuesday night, those temperatures are gonna drop from the 50s to 40s, and I know that's very exciting for some of us. For some of us, I don't know, we might not enjoy the cold that much, but you know, it'll be good to bring out those jackets.
Thank you, Marlene. Coming up in sports, we're diving into the discussion, the first loss of the season for the UH basketball. So don't go anywhere.
Frontier Fiesta is a 3-day Western themed festival. We have all kinds of things throughout the 3 days, from a headlining concert.
We have a Ferris wheel, food, live music.
We have something for everybody. So the event is entirely planned and run by students.
Its focus is to really promote inclusion on campus and have a great time, as well as just really celebrate what it means to be a UH Cougar.
It's not only for us students, but it's also for faculty, alumni, and the greater Houston community.
Frontier Fiesta is the longest standing programming tradition at the University of Houston. It started in 1939, and then by the 1960s it was called the greatest college show on earth by Life magazine. It really came to fruition in its current form in 1991. There's a lot of things that stay the same year over year, and sometimes we make some really big changes.
Frontier Fiesta has been important to me since I was in college. I was on the board as a chair. Years later, with Houston Tents and Events, we're the vendor that handles all the tents and infrastructure and tables and chairs. It is my way of still feeling involved with something. Now my focus and my goal is to try to take it to the next step, using Houston Tents and Events as a catalyst to improve the experience.
It takes a lot of dedication and hard work. On site, we have to carry a lot of things from the student center back to here. We also build a lot of murals and repaint murals.
What I was most looking forward to for Fiesta was the variety shows. They've always been my favorite part, and the energy is always insane in the tent.
I'm definitely excited for Juicy J.
I think the thing I'm really looking forward to most this weekend is working with the students. They've put a lot of time, energy, and effort into this, and I'm really excited to see the look on their faces when it all pays off. They should be really proud of the work that they've done this year.
This event is a staple for University of Houston. It brings all the student body together. It brings alumni back for the cook-off portion. It is something that students are going to want to be a part of for a long time and ensure that it stays around and continues to flourish for many decades to come.
I believe in tradition. Keeping this going and being a part of something is definitely important, making something happen for all of us.
Hey groups, welcome back to another episode of In the Game. I'm Maanav Gupta here at Toyota Center, one of the best non-conference matchups of the season, with the number 4 Houston Cougars taking on the number 11 Auburn Tigers in the Battleground 2K24 Classic. This is one of Houston's marquee early matchups of the season, coming off of a 57-point win versus Jackson State and the second biggest season opening win in program history. UH did play last season at Toyota Center in a 70-66 win over Texas A&M. The Cougars got out to an early 10-6 lead before Auburn went on a 13-2 run to take a 19-12 advantage. UH took control late in the first half after some free throws, and sophomore guard Terrence Arsenault drilled a buzzer-beating three to end the first 20 minutes with momentum and a 33-28 lead. Houston grew the lead to 9 at 41-32 to start the second half with a bucket from graduate forward J1 Roberts. The Tigers continue to fight back, with freshman guard Tahad Pettiford taking over for their offense. Auburn took a 4-point lead with just under 5 minutes to go in the game, thanks to All-American center Johnny Broome at 66-62. Junior guard Emmanuel Sharp showed his clutch gene and drained a three for a 67-66 lead with just over 2 minutes left. However, Auburn would never go away and took a lead they wouldn't give up, thanks to a jumper and free throws from Chad Baker-Mazara. Houston was not able to retake the lead in the end, as they missed a layup and had 2 turnovers on the last few possessions. The Cougars suffered their first loss of the season, 74-69, and head coach Kelvin Sampson viewed it as a great learning opportunity. Auburn head coach Bruce Pearl gave a lot of praise to Houston as well. UH will look to bounce back on Wednesday versus Louisiana in Fertitta Center. Well, that's all for this episode, Cougs. I'm Maanav Gupta here at Toyota Center. After the Houston Cougars had a tough loss to number 11 Auburn, this is a great learning opportunity for this team facing a tough opponent in November. We'll see you next time. Go Cougs.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in for our next show Friday, bringing you all the biggest stories and updates you'll need. Remember to stay informed by visiting our website, www.cooktv.com, and follow us on social media at CookTV. I'm Cristian Garcia. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time, Cougars.